Yes. Welcome once again at Africastalking Podcasts in collaboration with Impact Masters Podcasts. Coming to live and direct from Coast Region of Kenya, Mombasa. Mombasa is one of the cities amongst 5 or 6 cities in Kenya, and it's a good place to be anytime, any day. So Africastalking provides you developer APIs, that is SMS, USSD, data bundles, airtime. Africastalking powers businesses across Africa, building communication solutions. Think of marketing, OTP solutions, call centers. Check out africastalking.com. Impact Masters, we are lighting impact movers and shakers in tech across Africa. But as Impact Masters, we provide tech solutions, entertainment, and with a keen eye to see what solutions do we build at scale while empowering other businesses that are building tech solutions across Africa. I'm your host, Michael Kemari. Call me MKNTI. And today we have an amazing guest, the man himself, the epitome, the guy who knows how to find his way out of tech. I've known this chief for quite some time now, about a few years, since 2017, that's 6 years or 7 years. He has gone ahead and built a portfolio for himself, working for Andela, for those who are old enough to remember Andela, moving to Microsoft, and proceeding to build something at Netify, but we'll cover all that journey. So I consider him a mover and a shaker, and today we share his story here, live and direct. His name is Japheth Obala. Japheth, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. I've been looking for you for a while now to do this.
Yeah, I guess the moving part is true for the movers and shakers. Yeah.
Shaking on.
No, just the moving.
Yeah, you've been moving a lot, and you are so swift at it. But the interesting thing is that your story is quite something. But even before we get to the tech part, because I knew you from the tech back in 2017. Which year were you then?
How old do you mean? How old was
when we met, or you had just dropped off university?
Yeah, it's 2016.
2016, yeah.
16, yeah.
So you're still in school, or you just dropped off?
When we met, I'd dropped out already. Yeah.
Yeah, you can hear this. This is a guy when Mark or Elon or Bill Gates say, I dropped out of Harvard. Yeah. He also has some that kind of story. But where did it all start? Where did Japheth Obala start? Where were you born? Be as specific as possible.
Right. Born and raised in Mombasa.
Mm-hmm. Which part?
Likoni.
Oh, you're from Likoni?
I'm from Likoni.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Looks like Likoni produces the best. Yeah, even yesterday we had a conversation with someone from Likoni.
Yeah.
Doing some amazing hardware stuff. I know you know the guy. Yeah,
Dennis O'Connor.
Yeah.
I know Dennis.
Yeah, amazing stuff. And before that, I think, there are a couple of guys also from Likoni doing some amazing stuff. Yeah, so you're born from Likoni.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, born and raised, essentially lived my whole life in Likoni. Mm-hmm. And then I went to primary school there.
Mm-hmm. Which one is this?
It's a school called Olinda Academy.
Oh, you are not the public one, right?
Fortunately, I went to a private school.
Okay.
And then I went to high school in Alidina Visram. Yeah.
When I converse, I like painting a picture of like that journey, because you see, right now we might see Japheth, who is a senior software engineer, but for guys who are starting up, even for the guys in the industry, it's good to know that the reason why this person thinks this with, the reason why they move swiftly is because of this jade. And this actually I borrowed from how our billionaires and millionaires tell their story. They just run through and be like, where did you get your breakthrough? When did you decide to become a business mogul? Or when did you do this? So we have like a couple of hours to do this. So don't rush through.
All right.
Yes. So primary school, you go there for nursery or you went for kindergarten?
Standard 1 to class 8.
So nursery went somewhere else?
Yeah, nursery I went to a school called Consolato Primary School.
No, sorry. Still in Likoni or?
Yeah.
Huh?
So when I say Likoni, like a very specific part called Mtongo, which is closer to the Kenya Navy base, which will be important later in the story.
It's well off actually. It's like much better than the main Likoni, right? No?
Not exactly. Yeah. Not exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So that's where I was for 8 years. I think I lived my best life in primary school.
Okay. What was best about it?
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just that I remember being very happy in primary school.
Yeah. Are you this kid who was cheeky, playful, or just, reserved and just trying to get the best grades out of it? Always number one,
A little bit of both, actually. I'm by nature very cheeky, actually. Like I have a lot of dad jokes, and I was also involved in a bit of sports.
Mm-hmm.
I had good relationships with teachers and friends.
Yeah.
So I was generally very happy in primary school.
Which sport in football? I mean,
in Kenya, there is only one sport, really, if you ask me.
I talk to people who play hockey, and they try to teach me what is hockey.
Well, I mean, there is football, and then there is other things.
Yeah, so sport by default is football. Okay. Guys from Rift Valley might disagree. Like sport first is running, and then anything else. But even football, you run, right? Yeah. So you had a good relationship with your teachers?
Oh yeah, very very much so. I was not really a teacher's first, but like there is this one teacher who was very close to. It's called Mr. Riga, and what happened is I used to go to his house every time after classes to do maths.
Oh really?
Without tuition, without paying any.
But it was tuition. Without tuition fee?
Yeah, without tuition fee.
Why in particular you?
I don't know. I think what I remember is there was folks in the upper class who were going to his home for tuitioning.
Oh, okay.
And then I just joined them. I said, okay, let me go and see what's happening. Then after those guys left, they were in class 8. When they left, I started in class. I was in class 7 at that time.
Okay.
So I started going myself, and then I just kept going afterwards.
So he found you self-driven, and it was impressive to him.
And he also had tea every time I went there, so that helped.
So there was a motivation to go there, for you. But did the teacher know that actually one of the things that keeps you coming back is the tea?
Well, I wasn't going there for math. I was going there for the math, really. And then the tea was another advantage. So we're still very good friends. I was actually at his place earlier this year. So
just paying a visit and
I visited him a number of times, spent a night at his place, met his wife and kids. So we have a very good relationship.
So that means it means a lot to you even after.
Yes, yeah. In fact, most people in primary school thought he was my father because we were very close. But
what did your father think?
Well, I lost my father when I was 10 years old, so he had passed on by that time. So he did, yeah. But my mother wasn't complaining, so she was happy with that.
So it is very interesting. Did you go there because you felt like you needed some extra, tuition on math, or you just wanted to grasp the concepts beyond just the class?
Well, to be honest, I don't remember exactly why I started going. But maybe it's just the influence of the other folks who are going there, really. But as a consequence, I became very good at math from visiting.
Yeah. And that really impressed you. You loved math for that.
Yes, I did. I'm still a math nerd up to this point.
Oh, nice. Is there any other subject of interest beyond math?
I'll say philosophy.
Philosophy.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm not surprised why you're a software engineer. Yeah, because the math rationale and philosophical way of how people perceive things, that's a good combination.
Yeah, although I must add that I only picked up philosophy like a year ago, accidentally actually.
Oh, okay.
I tell this story to everyone who cares to ask.
Yeah. So why in particular philosophy?
Yes. So I was going shopping with my wife when I was in London, and then I came across a Philosophy Now magazine on aesthetics, and it's the first time I read something that I felt like as the author was trying to convince me in the way of thinking. Because what the journal is a bunch of experts, each one giving their own interpretation of the subject matter. And I found myself saying, yeah, I agree with that author and disagree with this other person. So like that was so mind-blowing, like having the same thing covered by different people. And then that's where I became very, very fascinated with philosophy. Yeah. And I've just been like in a rabbit hole since then, never come out.
Yeah, philosophy is great, man. Like, yeah, first time actually I'm having a philosophical conversation with someone geared towards engineering, and some of the software engineering courses like in KU, they also offered the way you get communication and HIV/AIDS, those extra courses that are not directly related to your course, but they offered the philosophy course. I thought I would get that where I went to the university, but unfortunately they didn't offer it. But on the side, actually, I've been an avid, reader and researcher of philosophy, because I understand if you build something, you build for someone else beside you. So you have to understand how people perceive things, how people make decisions, how people see things and consume things. But anyway, we'll get deeper into that as we pass.
I can just say something like what philosophy has been for me. It's been like having a pair of glasses. Like I've gotten to see things in a new perspective and sort of like appreciate things more than I think initially I was very indifferent to situations or things, and now I have like a deeper understanding or a deeper appreciation of stuff.
Oh, interesting. And okay, I'll ask this Swahili la Kizushi later. Now that you've said that, but if I remember that, I need to ask it, or if the conversation leads there. So after you finish class 8, how did you perform, man? Like, because if going to the high school you mentioned earlier on is not an easy peasy thing.
Yes. Well, I didn't perform as good as expected I would perform, but it was not that bad. I mean, so I did well though. Not as good as I would have wanted.
What did you want? 500 out of 500?
We just say we thank God for whatever we get to it. So, and then I was called to a lead in a Visram. The only thing I knew about Lean at that time was that the former Index 1 in our primary school went there.
You must have performed really well. Though you are a bit, humbling and modest with the results, but you guys, if you the Index 1 went to Aldina, your guess is as good as mine.
So
you also like you associated that with like success of the secondary school.
Well, Aldina is a good school. So I was happy to go there, but I would say compared to my experience with secondary school to primary school, I was way happier in primary school than in secondary school.
Why is that?
I think in secondary school, with the onset of adolescence and not having guidance, let me say, someone not having a male figure at that time, because my father had passed away like when I was way earlier. So I was mostly very confused.
What do I do?
And not knowing any better.
Is it mixed school?
No, it's a boys' only.
Anytime must have been very difficult for you.
Yeah, and it's a day school as well. So I used to cross the ferry every day for 4 years. Twice every day for 4 years. So
because now Aldina is in the Mombasa mainland and you're coming from Likoni.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was quite interesting. A fun fact, actually, I never got an A in high school in maths. Oh. The only A I got was in KCSE.
So here there's no tuition, there's no extra tuition, there's no one as friendly, no one to guide you. Did they have a counseling department?
Well, I was not a counseling case. I was just like distracted, let me put it that way. Like I was not focusing on my studies. I was just like a rudderless ship, let me put it that way. So I think the math teacher told me, okay, you're not going to get an A in KCSE. So I only got it to spite him. Then after the KCSE, I went to his office and told yes, I got an A. So I can be petty, but
that's what you did originally.
Yeah, that's what I did.
And what did he say?
He said, yeah, he would say, yeah. Got an A. Yeah, there's nothing else he could say.
Yeah. So math has always been, you are the subject that is so confident that you can figure it out even for yourself.
Yeah, like I've even done some self-studying after campus. Yeah, I've studied linear algebra and calculus.
And performed really well.
This is just self-study. There isn't an assessment, just to like get just an appreciation of the concepts. Because you see, mathematics it's like a language. Like it essentially describes things, right? The calculus describes the rates of change, stuff like that. So just to get a better appreciation of what the formulas really mean. Yeah, so I've done that as well.
It's an impressive way of putting it for a guy who just got an A and went to his high school to tell him, you told me I'll fail in my math, but here's an A. Yeah, it's easy. It's really, you make it sound really easy and it's good. And breaking it down to parts that actually make sense to any person. Yeah. So what was your secret, man? Like, what was the secret with math specifically?
I've no secret really. It's more of like a natural disposition, like say a natural inclination towards something. Like you just find some things easier or more attractive.
Yeah.
Sort of like a pulling to something rather than having a secret recipe to share, really. So for anyone who's not good at math, I'm sorry, I don't have any advice.
Keep struggling. Yeah. Continue struggling with it. Yeah. What do you struggle with? Is it Swahili, English?
In terms of
biology, or what did you used to struggle with? Like you, it wasn't that interesting.
I think. Well, I've not had a lot of struggles, but I think the thing that I've strived the most to be good at is, I would say, communication. Yeah.
You're not like a guy who will always start a conversation and follow through.
For things that, like, once I get interested in something, I can be really chatty about it. But if I'm not interested, you probably find me very boring. I'll just sit.
It's a monologue.
And maybe like ask questions to appear polite, not like, but yeah.
Interesting.
So like learning to make the other person feel like they're being listened to. So that's it's not like the communication where I'm the one speaking. It's more of like the listening part and helping the other person feel more listened to. Because sometimes I tend to like when we talk, sometimes I'll leave the conversation feeling like I've said things I should have said. Or rather, feeling like I should have given the other person a big opportunity to speak. So that's been the part that I struggle with.
Yeah. So you overanalyze after communicating?
Oh yeah, like I have to go and think about what I say. I try to be.
It must be hard.
Yeah, I try to not say too much. I try not to say too much. I'm going to try to do that in this podcast, but it's unlikely. This
is your story, and the more people actually understand. Because I feel, man, you've done a lot of things that actually even maybe you never thought were possible. Yes, say, okay, let me do it, let me try it, and they happen. And you can imagine how many guys, not only in Likoni, but across the world, or even across Africa, who are in that position where you were maybe a couple of years ago.
Yeah, sure.
So basically, this is just to highlight, the authentic story. That's why we don't prepare so much in these conversations.
Yeah.
So feel free. But I hear you, because even me, sometimes I'll analyze after every conversation, and it's so hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like, maybe I hurt someone by giving some useless example.
Yeah.
Or maybe I thought maybe guys need low-level examples to really, process things. Like maybe I could have given this crazy scientific use case.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I would left a lot of. So there's no right way to like package what you say, and I find I can totally relate with that of analyzing after you present, and I've seen a couple of guys who really go through that. I think it's not your fault. It's the way it is. Like,
yeah.
And math makes it easier because math mostly are facts. It's like if 0 is 0, 1 is 1. So it's easier to relate to that. So in high school, you said you struggled with adolescents because there was no one to look up to. Did you date? Did you find, someone to, express yourself and try to see if they will understand you from the opposite gender?
Yeah. So maybe I should correct something. It's not like I was struggling with adolescence. It's just that being an adolescent, not having guidance, like where to direct my energy.
Yeah.
So it was very, I was very distracted, like trying different things, not drugs, like. Right.
Now that you've not said drugs, now I'm thinking about it.
Yes. So like going to PlayStation, overindulging in that. So regarding dating, I dated in my Form 4, which is like the worst time to get into a relationship. But yeah.
And now that you said communication was hard, now I see the other part of like, how do I even express myself? How do I present me as Obala?
Yeah.
And will they even understand why I'm presenting myself these days? So that also, was it a challenge for you? Might get butterflies.
No, I've never been the nervous type.
Oh, you're the guy who just is it. Oh, nice. Then it's not like you can't communicate because you choose not.
No, see, like I said, the communication part that I struggle with is like making the other person, like listening to the other person and not overshadowing the conversation. I don't have the problem with expressing myself. The problem is actually I might over-express myself.
I see.
Yeah.
I hear you. Languages, English, Swahili was...
English and Swahili, yeah.
No, I mean, like, did you perform well?
Yeah, I did fairly good, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, you do your KCSE and you pass really well.
Yeah.
Did you get an A? Or
no, I didn't get an A.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Yeah, there's somewhere there.
B plain?
No, I got a B plus.
B plus, yeah. And then you get invited to the university. Which university did you apply?
I was actually called to Garissa University.
So you could be a guy who is already gone. Is that time or?
I remember telling you this story.
No.
So yeah, when the Garissa University attack happened, that was my court. I was supposed to be in that court.
What?
Yeah.
So you're the chosen one?
Well, I wouldn't say that. I've just been lucky.
Yeah. No, there's no luck in the world, man. Like, you're where you are because, no, I don't know if you believe in God.
Yeah, I do.
Because God wants you to be there. Yeah. Oh, for those who don't know, there was a terrorist attack in Garissa University. We might be saying this assuming everyone knows, but there was some Garissa terrorist attack, Garissa University, where I think a couple of students, 142 students lost their life. And Japheth was supposed to be in that court. But what happened? Like, did you choose not to go there or choose another university? How did it go?
Well, once I got the calling letter and I showed it to my mother said, "You're not going to Garissa."
Yeah.
Yeah, because, Garissa has always been unstable in terms of the Al-Shabaab and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So that's how I ended up being in Tum.
So did you go there and change through job or?
I did self-sponsored.
In Tum.
In Tum, yeah. I was sponsored in Tum.
So that's how you happened to be in Tum.
That's how I happened to be in Tum.
Which course were you called to do in Garissa?
Business management.
Jesus Christ. And in Tum you applied for computer science?
So before I applied for computer science, for that waiting period after...
Yeah, the gap year.
Yeah, I didn't really have a gap year because
there's also like we used to have to gap.
So during that period of time, when I left high school, I wanted to do architecture. But then I don't remember what exactly happened, but something happened. But
are you a good artist in terms of drawing and? Or you used to think you're good? Or, also when you're growing up,
because I did technical drawing in high school. Yeah,
as a subject,
drawing and design. We call it drawing and design. So I did drawing and design for 4 years. Yeah, so I was fairly okay.
Wait a minute. I've heard about Aldina. Which subject I offered them? Because it's also private, right?
No, it's public. It's a government. It's a government.
And they do design and drawing.
Drawing and design, yeah. So drawing and design is not artistic impression like drawing. It's a technical drawing. So, like for example, say this microphone, the technical drawings of before it's produced.
Yeah.
So, like we'll do that.
Oh, nice. Which other subject were offered there? Because I've never had that.
Literature, the Swahili, English. It was compulsory to do all the sciences, geography, religion.
No French, no German.
No, in Mombasa, I want to do French. English is already a problem. French will be far-fetched. Yeah, so I think that's as much as I remember.
Were you examined on it but through KCSE?
Yeah.
And you really passed?
Yeah, I did well.
So that's why you even consider now with the math, of course, technical drawing, that could be a good combination. So you applied for that at TUM or?
No. So when I left high school, I was going to do architecture. Like that's what I said
selected.
Yeah. No, that's what I said I was going to do. Like regardless of whether it comes or not.
Yeah.
Because I found a means of doing it. But then when I was waiting, I don't remember. I might have watched a movie and I thought it was really nice to be coding. And then like I searched the internet. Then I came across computer science. So that's what it said I wanted to do instead. So by the time I'm going to TUM, I went there and asked to do computer science. But then they didn't have computer science. They had mathematics and computer science. They said, okay, even better.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, so I enrolled in that.
Yeah. Was it an easy process?
It was fairly easy, especially because of self-sponsored. So, I am bringing in more money. There wasn't a lot of objections.
Yeah. Because also private university actually got a big boost from self-sponsor until private universities earned a lot. And some of the colleges were chartered to be universities. And then, they became a bit cheaper there, and all that. And self-sponsored is not as great as it was. But because also they use that money to pay more, visiting lecturers in case maybe there are a couple of specialized lecturers teaching some other university. So it's very interesting. So you joined the first year.
Yeah.
How was it? Now you're meeting some fine guys, some guys from all over the country. And because given that in primary school you went to Mombasa, high school Mombasa, and now here, you're still in Mombasa, yes, but now there are other guys from all over the country. Was it a new experience for you or you just,
No, it wasn't much of a big deal to me.
Yeah.
Because even though I've lived in Mombasa, like Mombasa is cosmopolitan, so you have everyone from everywhere really. Yeah. So like having new people from all over Kenya wasn't much big of a deal.
Yeah. So you just got into class, started studying.
Yeah.
And I don't know if TUM teaches you everything you know from high school in a few months.
For chemistry and physics, yes.
Yeah. And then now start seeing things that actually you go deeper into different sciences. Yeah. How was that? Was it fascinating for you or?
So, I wrote my first program in my first year. I wrote my first C program in my first year.
Okay.
And I became so obsessed with programming that I don't remember most of what happened in campus. So I just remember...
Anytime you're not in class, you're writing code.
Yeah. And I used to write code on the ferry, because I had an Android phone, and then I downloaded a C compiler
on Android
with the Android phone. So all my time in the ferry, we're still using the ferry.
Yeah.
The ferry takes about 30 minutes going and coming.
Yeah.
So yes, so obsessed with the thing. Like,
yeah. What was so interesting about the code?
I don't know. Like I said, it's just a natural inclination.
Yeah.
I was so fascinated by it. I just couldn't stop myself from doing it. It was more of like a possession more than an obsession, I would say.
You never encountered some bugs that discouraged you?
The bugs were even more interesting.
Oh, really?
It's like, why is this happening? So
you have something to research.
Yeah. So I did that in my first year. Then in my second year, I got my first laptop.
So, the first year you didn't have a laptop?
And I was programming on the phone there. And then, of course, I was showing off to everyone who cared to listen.
Like, even the guys with the laptops, they were like, what? This guy has doing some amazing stuff.
I remember showing off to a friend called Mahmoud, my follow-up. And that way I was calculating 1 + 1 with C. So it was all very fascinating. So in my second year, I got my first laptop, and then I decided I want to do Android. So that long holiday, I spent that long holiday learning Java and Android.
Nice.
Yeah.
And which year was this?
This is my second year.
No, like which year?
So I joined in 2013. Could be 2014. Yeah. Because usually I joined the end of 2013. So semesters are September. A year runs from September to April.
Yeah.
So it should be 2015. 2015 March, the long holiday for April, thereabouts.
Yeah. Because the reason why I'm asking is because you said Android, and last time it was, I think, 2 or 3 years when I tried Android before you joined university, and it was super buggy on my laptop.
Yeah, like the emulator then was unusable. The Android emulator was unusable at that point.
Yeah, and I checked it a few months ago. It's really like what is there is really amazing.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, you can know. Because this is what happened actually. Maybe I should tell you what happened. So we went for this hackathon, which was 48 hours straight, hosted by Garage 48, which is now Nairobi Garage, and MPH 48. So the MPH was an investment vehicle for Garage 48, which was a hub. And in this 48 hour, I decided, okay, let me install Android so that I can set up some Android app, and we're working like a team of 5. Every time I download, I remember it was huge, like 5 GB or something. So when the internet dropped, I had to start from zero. There was no way I could start from where it dropped. So I tried that until 3 a.m. I said, okay, man, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. That's why I was like, man, I had to hell with this. And then when I checked it a few months ago, it was really easy. Like it's well packaged, and unless you need plugins and extras, you can actually download that as you build.
Yeah,
which makes it interesting.
Yeah.
So for you, I'm sure you didn't get a Mac or a laptop with the 8 GB RAM by then.
No.
Was that a challenge for you, and how did you handle that?
The only problem I remember was the internet. Because the internet was still expensive back then.
Yeah, very expensive.
So I don't remember stressing about the performance of the Android Studio on my device. But I remember the emulator being unusable. It was really slow. Like it. I don't like. I just remember always plugging a phone in to
test your
instead of using the emulator.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I remember saving up money to afford the internet because it was like 6 GB for 1,000 shillings by Airtel. Yeah. Wait, was it 1,000 or 4,000? Could be 4,000. It could be 4,000 for 6 GB.
Yeah. Are the Safaricom discontinued the unlimited internet by then?
I don't remember. I was not using Safaricom.
Yeah. And now we're talking about this. As Airtel has always been good in Mombasa as opposed to Safaricom, or why Airtel specifically?
Well, because my mother is Airtel. Yeah. I remember Orange being pretty good because Orange had an unlimited package, but then they introduced the fair usage policy, which capped at some point.
Yeah.
So that was really stressful. Made life very hard for me because I used to live on that internet.
Yeah. No, I mean, when I came here for the workshops and hackathons, I used to have a Orange modem.
Yeah.
And it really saved the day because otherwise you don't depend on the provided wireless because things might overrun and spend time. So for you, just internet was the issue.
Yeah, I remember it as being really expensive.
Were you able to save for 4,000 for 6 GB consistently?
Well, thankfully, yeah. Thankfully, yeah.
How are you? Why are you saving this? Where did you get this money to save?
I was doing contracting for
side projects
for people who had projects at school.
Oh, they're the guy to go to.
Yeah.
Even the 4th years now, I realize this dude who has just joined in the first year or second
year,
and they can do my projects, and then I can finalize on it, or maybe do the whole of it, and then all I need is to present. Oh, nice. How much did you charge for one project?
I don't remember exactly, but I think the one that is very clear to me was there's this guy who was asked to build a calculator of sorts, and then I did it for him for like 6 Gs, 8 Gs. It's a lot of money.
A lot of money in school, man, because even there you're not getting that liquid cash coming to your way unless you have help.
Yeah. And that's one thing. I never really used the help in campus.
Yeah.
I tried signing up and then it was too stressful, so I said to hell with this help forms.
Yeah. That was a good decision because you paid exorbitantly after you finish.
Yeah.
So that's how you were able to get the internet and start building now for mobile solutions.
Yeah.
Specifically with Android and Java.
Yeah.
And I know Java sometimes can throw a lot of errors if you're not careful. How do you manage to now say, you know what, I've been building C, now it's Java, now it's Android, and then combine the two? Because now C, it gives you perspective of how things are compiled.
Yeah.
On the back end.
Actually, when I did C, I never understood how structs work, C structs work.
Yeah.
So, just by the way, really. I understood most part of C except structs and pointers. At that time, I couldn't conceptualize how they work.
Yeah.
But I did Java because I wanted to do Android apps.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's I just got a Java book. I didn't do video tutorials. I got a book and said I'm going to read this
copy.
No, it was a soft copy. I said I'm going to read this book cover to cover. Yes. It's the worst idea that you can ever do, but that's what I decided to do.
Why is it the worst idea?
It's very time consuming.
Yeah.
Sometimes
it's a technical book also.
Yeah. So what the longer it is, the faster your motivation wanes as well.
Yeah.
So I would recommend a tutorial. You get started, and then a book for referencing.
And it becomes gradual. You build. You're just referring to this tutorial to check. If you're on the right track.
Yeah. So that's how I do it now.
But do you think if you are a bit stable in your career and you're doing something, is it also good to go to a book and go deeper in it?
Yeah.
It's not like you're required to build a project with it. It's just that you want to get deeper insight on the language.
Yeah. So right now, I'm building on my for my own curiosity. I'm building the TCP/IP stack, which is how the internet. I want to understand what exactly happens when data is sent through the internet. So I'm building a TCP/IP stack using Golang, and to do that, I'm going through the TCP/IP Illustrator book, which is 3 volumes of work.
Yeah.
So I still
And you were talking 400 and above pages.
Yeah, it's
technical.
Because basically what they do is they define the protocol. There is a book that does the implementation as well, the same series.
Yeah.
But now I read the protocol and then I try to implement the protocol and then cross-reference my implementation with the one they provide in the book and see what I got right and what I didn't.
And this is specifically for Golang?
I'm doing it in Golang. If I've done it in any other language, but I'm doing it in Golang.
Interesting. It's very fascinating, man. You're doing all these things. And there was a time we spoke, I think a couple of years back, and we're building OS.
Oh yeah,
Swahili version of
it. It was called the Little OS. I call it Lil OS as Little Wayne, so I call it.
Lil OS.
Lil OS, yeah.
No, but then you didn't have that name. You just told me, I'm building this thing. There are a couple of guys you're building it with. When version 1 is out, we'll see how can we, get even guys. It was open source, right?
Yeah, it's still
is, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's still there.
Yeah.
But version 1 never came out, or
no, it never came out.
What happened, man? Our life happened.
No, it's because when I was building it, I wanted to understand how the system works, and once I felt like, okay, I understood how it works, and well, it's not going to be a serious product. So I decided my time is better used somewhere else.
Because I talked to a couple of community members who are really, and they were fascinated by it. One of them is Ken Other and John. Actually, I roast in one of these fine days. It's really, really good. He used to work at Africastalking before when I joined Africastalking. Now he works with Mumo System and some other company. I'm not sure. But Mumo System is one I'm sure. And when I talked about this in the community, they were like, wow, please point us the right direction. We would love to contribute. That is really fascinated by such projects. He's another guy who is a nerd, man, all the way. So, you for you to learn something, you build something alongside it.
Yeah, that's
doesn't have to complete, but just want to understand if I'm building it.
Yeah.
How does it run? Yeah. Does it cost you to buy extra hardware?
Only a few Raspberry Pis.
Why Raspberry?
Well, they're very cheap one, and I can get a lot of them.
And I can test all these analogies with them?
Yeah, so especially like if I want to say I want to build a distributed system, I have enough Pis to like test all the algorithms. So,
yeah. Because for us, by the way, we did distributed system. You know what we did for the hardware? We had to couple up like 3 of us. And then we'd set up everything during the day. And then in the evening, that's when we test when is everywhere. So we'll share a link somewhere and then we'll test if things are, you can manipulate that machine while there. So yeah, that's a good concept you brought by in terms of getting the Raspberry Pi. Yeah. So at what point did you decide to drop off a university?
Yeah, so what happened is, the one time I was in class and I think the teacher was taking us through Java. So by this time I've had like 4 months of reading Java. Like, so, as they say in Kiswahili, nimeiva. Or in Mombasa, they will say nimekita. Like, I've really, my Java is really good at that time.
Yeah.
So the teacher writes, in Kenya, they write the program by hand on the
whiteboard.
Yeah. And I told the teacher, and I just like sort of blurted it out because I can be impulsive at times, so too excited. So I just blurted it out that, okay, sir, that's not going to work, because there was a syntax error. But then he ignored me. So I was like, it's fine. So when Fox running the program, it doesn't run.
It doesn't compile.
It doesn't compile.
Yeah.
So like at that point is when I knew I'm probably not going to finish my studies.
This just you are learning too slow than you can learn by yourself.
Well, it's like the feeling was like a realization, more of like more like an unintentional decision. Like a realization, you don't really intend for the decision, but sort of just realize it at a deeper level. Like, okay, maybe this is not the place. So I didn't really act on that realization. Like, I didn't sort of drop out immediately. So when I was in my, I think, second year as well, or must have been second year, I saw Ahmed Mawi. And then I reached out to Ahmed Mawi.
Where did you see him?
We came to TUM, talk about Swahili Box. I think Swahili Box was
Swahili Box out.
It was a concept. Swahili Box was a concept at that time.
Yeah.
So I emailed Ahmed. I actually sent him a Skype message on his ultimate program email.
Then it was Skype.
Yeah, it's a funny story because Ahmed never replied to my Skype message up to this day.
Maybe I'd stop using Skype.
But shout out to Ahmed. We're good friends.
Ahmed Mawi.
Yeah, we're very good friends. So he talks about Swahili Box, and I think, this is a really good idea. So I volunteered for Swahili Box for like close to 2 years. So after that, he ignored my Skype message. Then he said, okay, it's Swahili Box, this is where we are.
So you went there physically?
I went there physically.
That's how you met him, and you're like, I want to volunteer. I love the idea.
Yeah, I said, okay, I'll be a volunteer.
Yeah, how can I help?
Yeah. And I was just trying to be as useful as I can.
Yeah.
Like anything and anything, like I'll do.
Yeah. And what is this anything and anything? You guys are here, you painted the whole...
We scrubbed the walls.
The wall.
Like that is why, like, whatever happened to Swahili Box is really painful to me, personally.
Yeah.
I scrubbed
No, let's put it the way it is. The current Swahili pots.
The space that Swahili pot is in.
Yes.
The building that is.
It was in tatters.
Yeah, it was like, it was an abandoned building in essence. So when we went there, we had to renovate it. And to do that, like, we actually scrubbed the walls by hand. Ahmed, myself, Ali, other folks, Daniel Otieno was there as well. A lot of folks.
Yeah.
So when we were kicked out of the space, it was very painful.
Yeah. I feel like something is stolen from you.
There's a sentimental value to
and really what happened? Were you like, guys, leave? Or...
So by that time, I'd already left for Andela when the whole situation happened. So, like, I don't have a lot of context exactly. But I know it is a very dicey issue.
It was like a takeover.
Yeah, all sorts. But yeah.
No, very soon we're going to speak about this. We'll hear okay.
You'll have to bring in Ahmed to speak about it.
And then also bring the other side to speak about it so that we get the context, and maybe if people can drink tea, which I know is next to impossible. But this Swahili Box situation, Swahili pot situation, for me, the reason why even I pay attention to it is because I believe it's an ecosystem. And sometimes building an ecosystem when there's so much, going on that is not fair to the participating party, it derails a lot of things that actually could grow that ecosystem.
Yeah, like every successful dev I know from Mombasa has gone through Swahili Box.
You see. Now imagine if it was really, there was no that chaotic takeover and misunderstanding and confusion and even hate, to say the least. How much could this...
It has been a huge distraction, actually, much to a disservice of the tech community in Mombasa. Yeah. But you see guys like Daniel Otieno, Wayne, I think of the GDG, the GDG folks, they're doing a good job, like trying to bring the community, to revive the community. So that's props to them. Guys.
Yeah, and I think I would love to see guys come back together and try to build, not a must, whoever is willing and come with the lessons that have been learned. Yeah. Because this ecosystem actually will be built to a proper place, because there's so many people who are interested in actually helping, but now they can't because the bad blood, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this happens, and do you build software there or just?
So what was that? Swahili Box. Ahmed gave me my first real job.
Well-paying job, you mean? Very difficult.
Not well paying by any means, just enough for me to afford my internet and then remaining with a few shillings as pocket money.
Okay.
But he subcontracted me to work on an app, on an Android app. So that was my first real Android job.
Yeah.
This is not now like school projects. We like to do like there's consequences. Yeah, there's consequences now.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
did that scare you?
I was actually very excited. I was very excited.
And this is gonna be used in the real world.
And Ahmed was very impressed. Fortunately. Yeah. I remember one message he sent me telling me I'm a rock star, so that really boosted my confidence.
And that's quite a validation from
Yeah, I mean, I respected Ahmed. I looked up to him.
Yeah.
I still look up to him. Yeah. So then at Swahili Box I also met Ali, a very nice guy. I also met Mtabe, Tanzania.
Mtabe is Persian. Yeah. He's another guy I've been trying to... No, he's another guy I've gone to Tanzania twice.
Yeah.
Man, if you listen to this, but the second time actually he got into an accident and it was unavoidable. Yeah. So I totally understand. But we're going to get all these guys into this. Because this chief used to travel from Arusha. Yeah. Come spend maybe a week here trying to help guys understand Ruby.
So you see how tech Twitter sees cars now and they all want to be devs.
Yeah.
As we saw Mtabi and wanted to be devs.
But the dude is good.
Yeah, what Mtabi used to do is after a session of Swahili Box now, probably not eating the whole day. Mtabi takes us to a restaurant and buys for us
a good restaurant.
You see, this is the life.
Do you know why we buy food for any event I'm involved in? Really good food and good experience. Even take guys out for a beer or two afterwards. It's the same thing, because you see, sometimes when you're doing something like programming, it's hard. It's not an easy one. Especially when you're learning. It's because I try to paint this picture that if I actually put in the work, it's actually even much better than that.
Yeah. So until then, we were just doing programming out of passion, but we realized it would be successful,
very successful,
through Mtabi, because Mtabi, he showed us the life.
Yeah.
So it was a big inspiration. It was also the guy who taught me how to use Vim.
Oh, nice.
And
you still use Vim?
Yeah, I still use Vim. So
yeah. Now I know 2 guys in Mombasa who use Vim.
Well, but I say, it's not, you should use whatever you find helpful. To me, I use it because it helped me stay in flow. Because I get distracted easily by all the widgets in other editors. So I use it because it helps me stay in flow.
Yeah. You know Brian Mugweru?
Brian was my classmate in campus.
Yeah, he also uses Vim and is really...
I hope I'm the one who inspired him. No. I'm kidding.
Yeah. And so you build this Android app, you submit, you're a rock star. Then what?
Yeah, so then Andela came at that point. Andela was daunting. I applied to Andela, and then I was with a friend called Harrison Kamau. You might know him.
I know Harrison.
From Rosie.
Member of the community. Yeah.
So Harrison and I met. Actually, Harrison and I know each other very well.
Okay.
Yeah, we met at Swahili Box.
Oh, yeah. I remember him telling me he's from Mombasa and he has never even come for the Ruby workshop that I did some time back. And I was like, how come? Is one guy who can be in the room and will not know. So when he told me that, I was like, you must be in the room because he remembered everything. So you guys were classmates also? Or?
No, we met at Swahili Box.
Okay.
Yes, so that's when Andela came.
Yeah.
We prepared together. And then
the submissions and the interviews.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we were both called for the Andela interviews now in Nairobi.
Yeah.
That was my first time in Nairobi.
We've never been in Nairobi in life.
Nairobi in my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh?
So when I left campus, I'm also preparing for the exams.
That is that year, second year, fourth year?
Third year, second sem.
Okay.
For the cuts, I think.
Yeah.
So I knew it's not coming back. It's not coming back. I knew that I have to make it work. I have to. It is not coming back.
Did your mom know about this?
Yeah. But you see also, phone side is very expensive.
So...
So it was
less expense for her.
Yeah. So, and then I'd done some work for Ahmed, so Ahmed paid me, and then I was able to put fare together and go to Nairobi. So Harrison and I, that was my first time in Nairobi. I remember it being so cold.
Yeah.
My nose was bleeding.
Oh, was that serious?
Yeah, it was very cold at that time.
Wow.
Nairobi is warmer these days.
No, maybe you have been used to it.
Yeah.
And you also have gone to the colder places.
Yeah.
Nairobi is nothing.
Yeah, so that was my first time in Nairobi. But
then Andela used to get people hostels, right?
No, that was after you get in, you get a hostel.
Did they assign you or just look for a house?
Not after we get in, after you pass the interview.
So you went for the interview?
I went for
that you went and qualified. Okay, that was later.
That came later. So I say that Harrison's friend's house. He's called George. So George gave us his space. We crashed there for 2 weeks because Andela's interviews are not one day. So, and then at the interview, that's where I met Nanda and Ndiga.
They were the one who were interviewing.
Yeah, Nanda and Ndiga knew Ahmed, so the interview was a bit easy. If I knew I'd passed through Ahmed, then
they know you were
they had worked with Ahmed, so they thanks to like that relationship, the interview, like it was not a hard interview to get now to the. This is like the first face-to-face interview, and then after that comes the 2-week period.
Yeah. Did they do lit code and stuff?
No. We were just asking questions, like basic questions.
Yeah.
I remember you were given like a piece of paper, and then there was a program. Then you asked to do what will this program output, or what find a bug in this process, something along those lines.
Yeah.
And then that happened. Then we were called, both Harrison and I were called now for the 2-week boot camp. Yes, it was called a boot camp.
Yeah.
For the 2-week boot camp.
Is it? Was it that
Kilimani?
Jodo or something?
Dojo,
yeah. Dojo. I keep twisting.
Daruma Road, Kilimani, Daruma Road. Yeah, so
I was just there.
Exactly. So those 2 weeks are very fascinating. Because all through my project worked all through, except on demo day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my project.
The demo goals were not on your side.
Not on my side.
Yeah.
But thankfully, they usually ask you to demo before, like the facilitators ask you to demo to them before you demo to the whole. So, because you need to demo to the whole company during demo day.
Yeah.
So I demoed to Nanda and it worked. So Nanda had seen it working. So when it didn't work, actually I couldn't log in, so I couldn't demo anything.
So it looked like it's not your project.
Well, no one saw the features. So I just said, like, if this had worked, if the login had worked, then this is what would have happened.
Okay.
But it had worked the previous day.
Did you forget your email, your password? What happened? Or the login module was broken?
I suspect it was a caching issue. Because after I passed my interviews, after I got in, I never bothered to investigate again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you never got to present this to the whole company?
No, I didn't demo it, but I demoed it to Nanda the day before the big demo. So Nanda had seen it working.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So it was like this actually worked.
Yeah, like it, and also like all through the 2-week period, you have to sort of give status updates about where you are on the project. So that was a very fun time. Like, it was very stressful as well. And so
why was it stressful?
Because you had such a short period of time to do a lot of things.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought it's because you're scared. If I don't qualify, I'm going back to...
No, like I knew there was
no going back.
There's no going back. You either get in or get in. Only there are 2 options. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
So you qualify. So there was just one extra interview and then that was it. The 2-week project.
Yeah.
Once that you passed that, then...
So... In my cohort, only 4 guys got in out of 15.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was very competitive as well.
Yeah. And Harrison was one of them. So
Harrison was on the boot camp as well, but he didn't make it then.
He
didn't join Andela. So he joined Andela much later. Yeah, much later.
Yeah. So when you joined, how did you get a project to work on? Did you get assigned a company's project? How did it all work?
So Andela, we call it the Andela Fellowship. It was a fellowship still then.
Yeah.
First, like Andela was very life-changing. I mean, I actually considered wearing an Andela t-shirt.
Was you coming? Yeah.
But I said, I need to get over myself. So
you still have Andela t-shirts?
I do.
Now that we talked about it.
I still have I have the original Andela t-shirt. And also have my bands, my D-level bands. Like I'll talk about them.
Yeah.
So Andela was a fellowship. It was a 4-year program. So the first 6 months, you get trained on a particular technology stack.
Yeah.
And then you sort of consult for companies across the world. So I joined Andela. I got accommodation to Andela. And then I lived in. We used to joke. I used to live in Kilimani for 6 years. Yeah.
When Kilimani was Kilimani.
Yeah.
Nowadays Kilimani is coming as something else.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I did my training in React and Node.js.
Yeah.
At Andela.
Yeah.
So I did that for 6 months. And then I sort of graduated, but that was now D0. So after D0, you go to D1.
So they were measured by D. What did D stand for?
D stands for like the sort of seniority.
Okay.
You start at D0 and then the highest level was D4. So you progressed through the levels based on feedback from the partner you're working with.
Yeah.
And then you also had to take an assessment before you went to the next level. So I joined as a D0, or we started as a D0. And then when you graduate the training, you become a D1.
Okay.
So that was when you started partner work.
Does it mean also what you're paid improves?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay.
If anything, that's the only level, that's the only measurement that matters.
Yeah.
So yeah, I worked with a company called Fast Access in New York.
Yeah.
That was also my first time going to States because you had to do a site visit.
Okay, I see. For all the projects?
For all the companies that you're working with. I think it was in the contract that you do a site visit at least once in a year.
Okay.
So I worked with Fast Access for a year. And then I worked for...
What did you do with Fast Access?
So Fast Access was a credit scoring company that provided credit scoring for cooperatives? Not cooperatives, really. What are these things? Circles, yeah.
In New York, there are circles?
No, they're serving for the African market.
Oh, okay.
But the company was in New York.
Like, okay, how does that work?
Yeah, so I was there for a year. We built the platform from scratch, essentially. The backend, mobile, web, the whole shebang.
How many engineers were you on that project?
We started as 3.
And all of them from Andela?
All of us from Andela.
Yeah.
And then 2 more joined. Yeah, and then I left after a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
You left that project?
I left that assignment, sort of. And then I was assigned another.
And how do you live? Do you complete your module and say, okay, I need another module, or how did you see?
So, like, after a year, depending on, like, the partner. So, sometimes the partner, they run into financial stress. Or sometimes you might have a better fit project based on your career aspiration as well.
Okay.
Or sometimes
there's a review process where you say, okay, this was experience, this is the report, but also this is what I'm interested in. So based on that, is it the manager or the guys who are getting the projects?
Yeah.
They will assign you a new project also.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then, that happened. And then I offboarded off Fast Access. And then I think I worked on Andela internal products for some time. I did Android again. I go to do Android again. On Andela internal products. And then after that, I joined another partner based in Canada. It was called Finhaven. They did crypto stuff.
Yeah.
I don't exactly remember what that was about. And then, so after that, Microsoft happened.
Oh, still through Andela? No? Oh, the migration, like a migration.
Yeah.
But also, before even Microsoft happened, I hear there are a couple of guys who are working for GitHub and Microsoft projects through Andela, no?
I didn't hear about that. Microsoft. But I know GitHub guys. GitHub, but Microsoft, I didn't hear.
Okay. Yeah, because I understand that's how they understood that the ecosystem is ready for engineering office.
Yeah.
And now that they own GitHub, maybe, I don't know. Yeah. So you guys, but before when you migrated, there was some issues with Andela. I don't know. They wanted to close us. I don't know, to cut it out.
Well, that's after I'd left. I left in 2018, August 2018. Yeah.
And that means there was a huge migration. It was just you and me.
So at that time, what had happened is Andela had started hiring aggressively.
Okay.
And like at Andela, it was like a brotherhood. Like everyone knew everyone. And like there was...
So if someone leaves, then it...
the guys were so close. Guys used to hang out quite like people.
There's a part we just didn't talk about.
Yeah.
Where I visited Andela, right? And we left part that where I came for a couple of workshops here, but before we joined Andela. How was that experience for you? Let's start with the workshops here in Mombasa, through Swahili Box and other partners. How was that for you?
Very useful, actually, because you see, what workshop do is like they sort of give you another perspective about things.
Yeah.
For example, like if I've only been using, say, I don't know, Asana.
Yeah.
When I get to learn about Jira.
Yeah.
I get to sort of compare the two.
Yeah.
In a normal day-to-day, unless something extraordinary happens, like changing roles or changing jobs, I won't use Jira, right?
Yeah.
So there was that, and there was also the getting the insight from other folks, because people are very smart people in Kenya, so getting that insight. I've always appreciated that, like, not living in my head too much, like getting to hear what other people are saying.
Yeah, and then at Andela, I come there and do what I used to call. I'm still doing it. I went through this. It's still impact. So I do impact innovation. Yeah. I remember presenting that keynote at the Africastalking Summit, but tweaked for devs. It's the same keynote I did with you guys, and I remember vividly. Maybe I'll share the pictures with the editor to show that it was an interactive session where guys used to, like, even beyond code, how do you really build for impact? Yes. So that matters, that, especially in Africa, like building a solution that could scale, number one, number two, that could touch on individuals who are using that solution. And you guys happen to collaborate and build. I don't know if you remember that experience.
Yeah, I think the most vivid part is I remember getting a shrug. And then there wasn't any male shirts remaining, so I had to get a
blouse.
I had to get a blouse for my girlfriend and now wife. So yeah.
Oh, then shoulder girlfriend, nice. But I'm not talking about that. It looks like you forgot this one. This one, even Nanda was there. There was another session I did separately besides the Atlassian one.
Yeah, I might have forgotten that.
Yeah.
Did you do it on the cafeteria?
No, there was a table just aligned there. I think it is the cafeteria. And then there was a TV. So we used to present, and then
that might have been the bootcamp rooms. The bootcamp rooms. Those are the rooms where, like, we used to do bootcamps. If there was a TV, yeah.
But it was outside.
It was outside.
I'll send you the pictures and then you tell me.
If it's outside, it's the cafeteria.
Yeah, you tell me which is it. But it was just we had this chat with Nana and said, oh, if we present this to these guys, I think there is so much they will gain. For me, it was because I also wanted to start Impact Hub Nairobi. And there were these induction meetings that we went to, and I was fascinated by them, by the fact that there are people who don't just build for money. Yeah. They build social businesses. It's not that they don't make money, but specifically they are more geared to, like...
Yeah, I think the only other person that I know is who really cares about impact, social impact. Yeah. Ahmed Mai.
Yeah.
Ahmed Mai really cares about social impact.
Yeah. And it's important, actually. If you understand them, because for me, I used to know that I want to change the way things are, but I wasn't so clear how do you do it until now. That process of starting Impact Hub Nairobi, it never worked, but the lessons I got there are game changer. And then I prepared these keynotes and then presented it to you guys. Hannah Masila was there. Oh yeah, I think you were there, and a couple of other guys. Nanda was there. When I look at the picture, you see who was there. But I'll share the picture with you, and maybe probably the editor to share that. So, and one thing also I noted about Andela that you're saying it was, a gang, it was well knitted. You guys used to have pool. You used to have PS, maybe 2 or I don't know, PS what. You used to play.
Yeah.
And when I visited you guys, because I went there, I hosted 2 events there and I interacted with you guys. One of the things that I noted is that when do you guys get time to work?
Well, we're not playing pool.
Because guys, there are guys who play pool throughout. They're like, okay, maybe they're waiting for the evening.
Yeah, so most people used to work with companies in the US. So usually it's quite a bit of time difference there.
Yeah.
So during the day, folks will just be like playing the pool, and then people start working from 5.
Yeah.
Most will work from midday.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like lots of people around.
And it's from 5 until 2 a.m.
Yes. Then sometimes some folks used to live at Andela. Like there used to be accommodation.
Oh, okay.
But some folks used to be, there was transport, like we'll drop you at home.
So there was no pressure. And then Andela opened a campus in along Thika Road. But then had you left or you still?
I was still there.
Yeah.
But before, then we go to Thika Road.
Yeah.
So
it was big news, man. Like I wanted to visit that campus.
It was really good.
Did that campus exist in reality? Because And everything that happened afterwards.
I don't really know.
Even as you know, it was a lease. Was it because the one that reached me, I never got to visit, is that these guys have bought a couple of acres behind TRM.
Yeah,
they want to build a whole campus.
They did build.
Yeah,
they built.
Okay.
They built.
Okay. Yeah. So before that, you were saying something.
Yeah. So I was going to say I was on the part where the disintegration of the close-knit society, community rather. So what happened is Andela started hiring rather rapidly and very huge numbers because of growth, the startup drug. Yeah. All startups get high on growth. So cohorts became very large, from 4 people cohorts to 20 people cohorts. I think from cohorts every now and then to cohorts every week. So that closeness was no longer there.
You could see some random guys.
Like you didn't feel like there was nothing special about Andela anymore. So what they say is the people is what is important.
True.
So people had opportunities, but will stay because of friends are there, and also people didn't mind getting like Andela taking a cut from their salaries, because what we know is this is necessary for the next cohort. Like for the next cohort to be able to join Andela, this needs to be done. So guys they would gladly let Andela say like take whatever percentage they were taking from the salary. No one had qualms with it. But at some point the vision changed and the mission changed. It became about growth, and people started feeling shortchanged. Because you see, the mission initially, I don't remember the words, but it made you feel like
you're part of something bigger
and you're okay sacrificing something for the next group. Yeah. But when the mission changed, it made you feel disillusioned.
And how did it change? What did it change to?
I don't remember the wordings. Like it's been a while.
Was it raising funds? Was it? No.
It became more business oriented than more people oriented.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's the feeling that I remember getting.
Yeah.
So, so there was very little reason to stay at Andela.
Yeah.
Although I must say, like, Andela's changed the lives of a lot of people.
And even the ecosystem.
Yeah. The ecosystem is where it is. To me, because of Swahili Box and Andela.
Yeah.
I would say. So one day, after I've done my work, folks from Microsoft come to the office, say, "Oh yeah, we have a dinner at Radisson Blue."
They come to Andela office and they were guys.
Yeah, they wanted to like see what Andela is doing. They're sort of like scouting.
So did everyone get called for meeting or?
No, see, like they were just walking through and inviting people for the dinner. So I went to the dinner because I had nothing else to do. Free food and drinks.
Yeah.
Little did they know that it was actually a scouting event. It was not just a dinner. They were scouting for folks, for devs. Then there is this guy called Randall Bosman. When I'm like a few glasses down, like I'm already feeling a bit tipsy, he asked us like a sort of a simple algorithm question. And then it turns out of all those people, because there's a standing table for networking events. There was my program was working because he asked us to write. You have your laptop in a napkin. Okay. So only mine was working. So that's how I got my first interview at Microsoft.
And the rest is history, as they say. So were you like the initial engineers who joined the Microsoft developer program?
Well, I joined Microsoft ADC before ADC started. So that makes me the first engineer at Microsoft ADC.
Africa.
By accident.
Oh, nice. That's amazing. I didn't know that.
Well, we are very privileged to have this conversation.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. And it shows, seriously, it's very important because I'm a guy who knows that in a couple of years, Apple engineering will be in Africa. And I'm a guy who believes that maybe in a couple of decades, Africa will be shipping serious products out there. So that's how weird I am. But also, even before these guys came, maybe you don't know, I was the only guy who was building communities, develop a community consistently. Yes. I'm still doing so. Not because I could not do something else, but it's because I see that if an opportunity comes and you're not ready, then it's a wasted opportunity.
Well, there is a saying that I like that is like victory loves preparation.
Absolutely. Yeah. So that's great. So you joined Microsoft and still you're in Andela, or you just quit Andela and joined?
Oh yes, I resigned from Andela.
That evening, or you qualified? How many interviews did you do with Microsoft?
So I remember it being 4 rounds. Yeah.
In a span of?
2 days.
2 days.
Yeah, because Microsoft is in Redmond, so I had to do them like at midnight.
Okay.
If you're saying Andela internet, unfortunately.
Andela was good.
It was the best.
Yeah. So you used to stay in the office until late.
Yeah. Doing
these interviews.
Yeah.
But everyone else thinks you're working.
I know, like I was not. That was past my working hours.
But you know, whoever leaves you there, hey, this guy is very serious.
Burning the midnight oil.
But you are exiting. So how did the guys take that news? Like, man, this is it. So that looks like you give them 1 month notice.
Yes. So Joshua Moniki, the country director, is a very good friend of mine. So after I negotiated, they did the initial negotiation with Microsoft. I actually took him to give him the contract to reform, because he's a lawyer by profession, the trained lawyer.
To help you review it.
Yeah. And also he has more exposure. As African we say, what elders can see while seated, young people can't see standing on a hill.
Yeah.
So I gave him the contract to review it. And he said, you should go.
So for him, it didn't look.
Oh, the money was good.
Yeah.
Was very good, actually.
More than what guys are offered right now? Or?
Well, I don't know what guys are offered.
Good for you. You were hired in Seattle office, right? Or Redmond?
I was reporting to Seattle, yeah.
Yeah. That means the contract must have been.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah. Now I will start asking some controversial questions, so I hope you're ready.
I will answer those which I can.
And I will be politically correct. Because this is very important even for the ecosystem to grow. So the word is, after, guys came in, set up some offices here, there is, word going around that guys get shortchanged and they're hired based on the economic status of value of that country, as opposed to what their counterpart are paid doing the same job. Or even for them, even if they're doing it much better, they still get underpaid.
That was true. It happens.
Yeah. It's still happening.
Yeah, it's happening. Yeah, for sure. Like you need to. I negotiate quite aggressive.
Yeah.
So I think learning to negotiate is really important. Because it's the only opportunity to have all your subsequent salaries depend on your first salary.
True.
So negotiate as much as you can for your salary.
Yeah. So when you joined I'll ask other questions as you go. When you joined Microsoft, what did you get to work? Which team did you join? Given that Microsoft has a portfolio of tools across the industry.
So when I joined Microsoft, actually I sort of stumbled onto my second passion, and that is building developer tools. I've been building developer tools since then. So that's for like the last 6-7 years.
Yeah. I remember you telling me you built Python open source for.
So that's why even you see like the projects that I work on are not like web apps or stuff, like they're very tooling oriented.
Yeah.
So when I joined Microsoft, I joined a developer experience team for the Microsoft Graph API. So, and my first responsibility was sort of migrating, it's called a Graph Explorer, from Angular to React. That was my first sort of thing that I did there. And by that time, I'd even like contributed to the React developer tools.
On the side or with?
Yeah, on the side, like while I was at Andela, because I did React mostly at Andela.
Yeah.
So I contributed to the open source tool by Facebook itself. And then, so it was quite nice, like, because I was able to sort of sort of set the standard in the team at that time.
Yeah.
And I did that. And then now I moved to other projects after the migration from Angular to React. Yeah.
So take me through this journey. So at say Microsoft or any legacy scaled solution, and you get to build something that already exists or migrate. How do you handle if something doesn't work the first version? How is that process like?
So the trick is to build something that works first and then improve on it.
So they have like testing tools that ensure that by the time we're shipping these, it really works.
I see what you're asking for. Like, how do you ensure that you're shipping correct software?
Yes.
Yes. So
production.
For production, right? Yeah. So at Microsoft, there's a lot of dogfooding, or like where like teams use the product you're building internally.
Okay.
So and then there is like deployment rings. So first to internal users and to sort of beta users. Like for example, a good example is the insider program for VS Code or for Windows.
Yeah.
And then now to the general public.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of checks through the
and balances. And the reason I'm asking is that I know Microsoft for shipping broken things.
Which Microsoft?
That requires patches afterwards. Even today's Microsoft. How many times do we, even before you became a rock star and stuff, how many times do you require patches for things to work? And even today there's some of the tools, and I understand because they have a wide range of tools. And keeping track.
So I agree. Like even for myself, one thing I realized is that my interpretation of ship first, or like build something that works and iterate on it has changed. Was initially I thought it's okay to have bugs like as you ship something.
Yeah.
But that is not, or rather now how I interpret is not that way. It's that okay, you need to ship something that works.
Like at least stable enough.
No, not stable enough. Something that works completely. Like a small feature set.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For example, if the task is to say create an API that can say perform CRUD operations, you create, read, update, delete operation. You don't build the whole API but then with bugs, with parts missing. You build a single endpoint, say want to create and then make sure that it works completely.
Yeah.
And then you ship that.
Yeah.
And then you build the second piece and then you ship that.
Yeah.
So instead of building small incomplete parts, you ship small complete parts.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No, it makes sense. And actually there is a science around that. That's why I'm like, all these years Microsoft and all the talent they have. But of course I understand. You know,
even Google, Facebook, everyone ships shitty code.
How come we don't see? Okay, we now see that with the Google suite. With the Google suite, you see, but with the Google itself, it's really hard to understand, to like capture what is broken. But now with the Google suite, there are a couple of things that actually you can't really do, and you feel like, okay, there could be a better work that been done there. So, but the future is you can ship something that is really perfectly working.
Yeah. So the idea is to do honest work, like for you as a software engineer, to put in the effort to try.
Yeah.
Bugs might leak through, but at least try.
Yeah.
Don't sort of like rush over the work and then bugs will be obviously present in the software field.
Right. Yeah. But also the point I'm looking at is that even now there are more tools to help you see where things are broken much faster as opposed to before, because before you needed a good piece of two eyes that could actually
and also like I'll say discipline as well. As a software engineer, you need to be well disciplined. Yeah.
So Chief, I'm also sure I'm still on that dev migration. You find this quite size of code.
Oh yeah.
And you need to migrate.
It was actually very interesting because that project initially had been worked on by contractors.
Oh, okay. It was outsourced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And very messy. Like it was it felt like everything was littered everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spaghetti code or these things are not working really.
Yeah, spaghetti code.
Yeah.
So it made like you had to understand 4 modules before you change one module. It was that
complicated. Crazy. Yeah. So that's why they made a decision to build it in-house.
So actually that was the version 3 of the same product actually.
Internally or even
outsourced, yeah.
And still I felt like this is not it.
So the plan was to migrate it to Angular. I don't know. Well, it was on Angular 2, and I don't remember which Angular version was out then. Is it 7? I don't know. Like some really newer version of Angular.
So 1, it was outdated. 2, the code was all over. 3, I'm sure it was not as efficient as possible.
Yes, and also now, even my upgrading it to the new Angular version, because there was a lot of syntax change between the 2 Angular versions. We might as well just do it in the, like what was familiar then to most people, because React was picking up, so it would have been easier to hire more people who know React. So we decided to do a rewrite in React. So the migration is mostly essentially a rewrite, essentially if you are changing programming frameworks or languages.
Yeah, you have to write everything.
You have to rewrite the thing.
Yeah. And also if it's not efficient, you have to factor that in.
Yeah.
Were you alone or a team of?
So I was working with a guy called Charles. He was he was not the contractor responsible for it before. I think it was outsourced to somewhere else. But then when I started working on it, with a guy called Charles. Wait, no, I think I did most of like the foundation work first. I worked on it for a long time.
Yeah.
And then Charles joined me later on.
As a Microsoft employee or?
He was a contractor then, but now he's a full-time employee at Microsoft.
Is he Kenyan or?
Yeah, he's Kenyan.
Okay.
Yeah. So he joined me after the ADC. Well, he became an FT after ADC.
Okay.
Yes.
And that project went well. So I'm sure, because even that's a project that you told me you're working on. How did you exit from that project to another in the company? Do you not need to maintain it? Do you not need to?
I think folks were happy with the work I did.
It was stable enough.
See, they say the reward for good work is more work. So that's what happened.
Yeah, and that's true most of the time.
Yes. So I moved on to the Python SDK. Customers were starting to ask for a Python SDK.
Yeah.
So I did that Python SDK for a long time. Sort of did all the groundwork and the first few features. So after that, then I got asked to do now. So I onboarded someone in the Python SDK. And then
who was coming through ADC?
Yeah, now ADC had come into place.
Yeah.
So our team had also grown now. We're around 10 folks, the team.
Yeah.
So I worked on the Python SDK, and then I moved to Microsoft Graph CLI, the command line interface tool.
Yeah.
That was also very fascinating. That's one of the most fascinating things I worked on.
While at Microsoft.
Yeah.
Why is it fascinating for you?
Because of the extensibility model. So you see, the problem with the Microsoft Graph API is thousands of endpoints. Yeah. So if you are to ship a CLI, first of all, you can't build CLI commands. You can't write 1,000 CLI commands.
Yeah, true.
Second, even if you are to write 1,000 CLI commands, you can't ship 1,000 CLI commands because of the size.
Yeah.
So those are the technical challenges.
You have to figure it, and there's a lot of math involved.
But there's a lot of software engineering involved.
Yeah.
So yeah. So we had to find like an extensibility model where like the CLI ships with say like 100 endpoints.
Yeah.
And then users could extend the CLI on demand. Say I want to get the user's endpoint, for example, and then they will be able to sort of ask the CLI to get those endpoints to sort of extend itself with those endpoints.
Yeah.
So that I found that very interesting. Yeah.
Interesting. So which stack have you built it with?
That was in Python. Actually, from that experience, if anyone tells me to build a CLI in Python again, I'm telling him to get out of my face. I've never built
that difficult.
Yeah, especially because, for that to work, you need to ship the CLI with the Python interpreter. Because, the extensions were essentially Python modules. And for the CLI to load the modules, you needed the Python interpreter to load the modules with.
Yeah.
So
and that's not an easy thing when you're shipping.
Yeah, especially if you have to ship for Linux, to create the Debian packages, .deb packages. That was really stressful. And also the Wix files for Windows installer, the Windows installer, like that was, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. It was very painful.
Yeah. Why does Windows never work for devs?
What do you mean? Windows is the best.
No, they're trying, but...
You see, with Windows, you see how I'm telling you it's the best because of Windows subsystem for Linux.
Yeah, until lately, but even then, it's always something that will break and then you'll spend all your time there fixing it.
Well, maybe because I worked at Microsoft. I think Windows is quite...
On the other side, and you see, for you, I've seen the other side of the business, right? But when it comes to users, especially, I'm not talking about general users. General users is perfect. It's easy to use. And
let me ask you, let me put you on the spot. What problem specifically have you fixed? Have you met?
Specifically, unless this changed, because it's been over a decade.
You're writing with outdated information, my friend.
Yeah. So I remember even trying to install Ruby. And
Ruby.
In one machine.
But that is not Windows' fault. That is Ruby's fault.
Yeah.
That's not Windows' fault. Because Ruby is like, the developers made it thinking about Linux.
Yeah.
So getting it to work on Windows was stressful.
Yeah.
But that is Ruby's fault.
Yeah. So you're saying there's a good job that is being done on the Windows?
Windows is quite impressive, actually. I enjoy the time I spent on a Windows machine. Yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
VS Code is actually quite good as well. Like,
yeah, but to see VS Code, you can use it anywhere. It doesn't have to be Windows.
But it's from Microsoft.
No, I'm not saying. Let's get the cat out of the bag. I'm not saying all the tools that come from Microsoft are bad. I'm just saying your experience as a dev on Windows machine it does not match the user experience.
I mean, 10 years ago that could have been correct, but right now I think.
Things have changed.
Yeah, like the times I've spent on a Windows machine I've enjoyed it.
Yeah,
and like.
And do you have to be on the latest version of Windows for everything to be fine?
No,
even 2007 Windows machine would serve me perfectly.
Windows machine or the Windows OS?
OS.
Yeah, it should work.
Yeah.
But
you're making me to feel like I should go and test. And next time we'll have this conversation.
Yeah, you should. Definitely.
Yeah.
I think Microsoft right now have quite a good understanding of developer experience.
Okay.
They have sort of
after acquiring GitHub,
and also the team. Because when I was at Microsoft, they have a whole organization, a whole organization that is equivalent to maybe 500 people startup.
Yeah.
Working on developer experience.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
So they have a really good they have a really good understanding of developer experience.
Oh, okay.
So I think they've sort of cracked.
I'll go and test that Windows. I don't have to be on the latest OS.
The software you use might need to be on the because software usually built for the latest OS.
Even then, I'll test it just for.
Or you want a Windows license?
Oh, you have some? I don't mind.
I think I might have a few from my time at Microsoft, but I don't remember where I kept them.
Yeah, we can look for them and share. Do you still use Windows machine? No.
Right now, I mostly spend my time on a Mac.
On a Mac, yeah, that says a lot. Anyway.
Out of convenience.
That says a lot.
It's because I am on an iPhone, so I like to take my phone call from either.
So everything connects.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, no love lost, no love found. It's just a matter of, just pure independent observation from my interaction with Windows and dev work. So you start now building the SDK, the Python SDK, and you say it's the worst.
The CLI.
The CLI.
Yeah, especially
which comes first, Python or
SDK? The Python SDK comes first, and then the CLI comes second. But it's still in Python.
Yeah. So what would you say it could actually work well if it was good?
CLIs, I'll say, go pretty well.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CLIs, yeah.
Okay. And right now it's still on Python, right? But it works.
So what happened is after I left, I think before I left, we ran into a very significant technical challenge. And that was the CLI naming were because you can't write 1,000 CLI commands, you were auto-generating them. Yeah. And the tool we used to auto-generate was owned by another team. Yeah. So you didn't have a lot of influence over the direction of that tool.
Yeah.
So like a strategic decision was made to build our own tool called Kyoto, which actually GitHub users started using to generate their own SDKs now. They use that to generate the SDK, their .NET SDK, I think.
Okay.
So because of that decision, we decided to sort of abandon the Python effort.
Okay.
Because it was a bad user experience. So the CLI exists now, but it is now in C#.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even the C# is much better than even Python.
Well, fun fact, I never wrote C# at Microsoft.
Yeah. So mind you, a lot of C.
Not exactly. Maybe because I can't see clearly. And so when that happened, we were starting getting requests for a Go SDK. And because I'd been playing around with Go on my own time, I moved to work on the Go SDK.
Yeah.
So now I initiated that effort or became part of that effort early on, working on the Go SDK. Yeah.
So, is that the last project to work at Microsoft? Or?
Yes, that was it. Also, that wasn't the last project actually. So around that time is when I moved to London now.
Through Microsoft.
I started working for the Go SDK. While working on the Go SDK, I moved to London.
Yeah. To be closer to the team or?
No. My wife got a job in London and then we relocated as a family.
Yeah.
To London.
Your wife also works for Microsoft?
No, that's not
another company.
Another company.
So you tell your manager, the family is moving and I'd love to be close to it. So they find the office in London or how?
No, you have to apply. The thing with Microsoft, you don't just change teams. It's like you have to apply. It's easier, of course, when you're inside than when you're outside.
Okay.
But you have to apply and go through the motions of an interview.
Okay. Or you
you have to
interview all together. Okay.
Yeah.
So you join a whole new team.
I joined a whole new team. This team was in the Azure organization. In Kenya, I was in the Microsoft 365 organization.
Okay.
So, I was in that team for a few months, maybe 2 months. Then I left Microsoft. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Only 2 months.
Yeah.
What?
Well, it could be longer than it could be 4 months.
Yeah.
But it's not a long time, essentially.
What went well?
So,
because that's very important for guys who migrate and stuff. Well, there could be some few lessons that we learned.
So migration is like one of the most difficult things I've done, actually.
Yeah.
It's very stressful.
Yeah.
Migrating, especially by that time my daughter was 7 months old.
Yeah.
So doing that with a young child was
a lot of tension and it's a new country.
It's a new country.
New weather.
Exactly.
If you could go to Nairobi and bleed, then this other place is crazy.
So
those are some of the challenges actually that contributed to you to like consider leaving Microsoft.
Was there challenges really? No, I just thought it was time to leave. Well, actually, there was a challenge, but I can tell you off mic.
Okay. Yeah, but no, this is very important for anyone who works for a company that actually will need to move around the world. It's not as easy as it sounds. It's fun, like
It looks good. It looks good.
Ireland, I will go to Seattle, but also the change, especially when you have a family, is not that easy.
Yeah.
And I think some companies have started actually recognizing that, and they have a also support system around that.
Yeah. So shortly after, I didn't stay at Microsoft for too long after I moved to London. Stayed for a short time, and then I joined Netlify.
Yeah, Netlify is based in US.
It's a US company that's remote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you started building.
But that's where I started working on the build system.
Yeah.
Well, you see, like you see, a general trend is that I've just been working on developer tool. Like I said, I've been very passionate about that since then.
Guys who are listening to us, these are the modest tech bros who you don't know about by the way until this podcast. And I'll bring some of them because I feel like, and this is not just to say, oh, these guys are making $1 million and, not that hullabaloo. And even if they're making it's their effort for sure. It's just that they have done some amazing work that actually, and I feel like you guys are so modest. I know a couple of you, like if you go through, their LinkedIn profile, if you don't know them personally, you might think nothing happening, but a lot of things are. But please share.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So about this discussion comes up ever so often on Twitter about a developer earning this much, another earning this much. It's good to make money.
True.
But what I think is more important is to do good work.
Yes, I agree with you.
So, like, if I was starting in my career, I would advise someone to focus more on their craft than on their payslip.
Yes.
I'm not saying, like, don't, like I just said before, I negotiate aggressively. But personally, I find more satisfaction from the work.
Yes. The money just comes as a package to keep your life comfortable, but it's not like a big deal.
Well, it's a big deal. The work is a bigger deal. I'm not underplaying the value of money.
Yeah,
I guess.
But definitely, let's say the way it is. So if I come to you and I'm like, there's this project you're building, but know that it's a startup and you see the value, you could actually get involved in it based on that, especially if it's true.
Actually, right now I'm on a career break, so I decided to take time off after coming from London.
Yeah.
I decided to take time off for some time.
Okay.
And what I'm doing now is just dipping my toes in like early stage startups.
Yeah.
I'll give you a demo. I'll give you a demo.
You've answered my question, but indirectly. But I hear you.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. And like from what I'm doing now, I'm not getting paid. Because even if the guy was to pay me, he probably couldn't. It would be.
If you showed him your last paycheck, the conversation would end there.
Exactly.
Now, I'll ask another question, and I've seen this even before this Microsoft everything came into play, whereby someone works for Google for 5 years, and then eventually, not that they're fired or anything, or maybe their contract expires and they need to renew it, but they don't choose to renew it, and they go and start doing music or doing some other things, hobby stuff. Mostly, what is this? Like they feel like they are more satisfied doing all these things, or is this a personal choice to like take a break? What is this really process look like?
Well, the part that most people don't give a lot of attention to is the serving bit. Before you take like a career break, you need to have served for it.
Oh, okay.
Because there is no source of income.
Yeah.
You're only eating from like your savings.
Yeah. And you have to have a plan around like what's that gonna look like if you're gonna come back. But I know a guy from Uganda. Maybe I should look for him when I'm there. It's called Elijah Kitaka. And he used to work for Google back in the day, and he just quit Google. And there's another guy who used to do Ruby. I think he's American. I can't remember his name. He came to the community and said, you know what? This is my last month at Google. But I feel like I should not work for big tech anymore. I'm more interested in startup. I'm more interested in my other projects that are not even tech. Does big tech really take a huge toll on you? How is that?
Well, there are folks who have worked at Microsoft for 30 years.
Yeah.
So it depends on the person.
Oh,
it's like,
so it's an individual part.
It's a case by case scenario. But you can have a very fulfilling life at Microsoft, like Google, at Facebook. So it depends on what makes you tick.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But I'll look for these folks when I get time. What I think Elijah does some radio or something, if I remember. Very interesting fella. So you go to London 4 months, that's it, and now you start working in Netlify. Netlify.
Yeah.
Am I saying it right?
Netlify.
Yeah. So what exactly is this building services?
So what Netlify does is it pioneered the idea of Jamstack. Jamstack is JavaScript, APIs, and Markdown. Essentially, like before that, folks will have to build like a WordPress. They'll have to bring up a WordPress instance and then maintain the WordPress backend, all that stuff, right? The other thing is WordPress is quite slow, or at least when Jumpstart was sort of gaining steam, WordPress was quite slow.
Yeah.
So Netlify pioneered this whole idea of all you need is just Markdown and a set of APIs for you to like have a website on the internet. So what happens is when someone pushes their code to GitHub, Netlify's pull the code, builds it and deploys it. So that is the build service now. That is the team where I was working. That's what we're doing.
So interesting.
Oh, very much.
It was like a new challenge. It was fun, right?
Yes. Also, like the only downside was it was really easy to break people's workflow. Because if you introduce a bug in the build, and it's like the backbone of the whole Netlify offering.
Yeah.
So if you introduce a bug there, like the impact gets amplified really quickly. Or sometimes you could break, say, all Ruby builds. Because there is a million other builds, you sort of don't notice that Ruby builds are broken. So until someone tweets or something. So
has it ever happened? Well,
yeah, for sure.
A couple of times. So was it like an insider joke, guys? You have broken everyone.
Like a rite of passage, like.
Oh, so it was with you directly, or?
Oh yeah, like a broken production, sure. Not the most fun of moments, but
yeah. Because even also you're like, guys, maybe you think I don't know what I'm doing. There's that self-doubt.
Oh yeah, we all have that.
Yeah. Okay. So how long do you work on that? Or you still work on?
No, I was in Netlify for a year. I came back in Kenya last year, September.
Okay.
So I left Netlify when I came back to Kenya. I left for personal reasons, but also never really liked the UK. So I decided to come back home. And I decided, okay, since I'm coming back home, let me just take some time off.
Okay. So what is not good in London? You normally say Maisha London.
Kwa ground. London is a nice place, by the way. It's a nice place. It was just not for me.
You know, there's this joke that I used to share in high school when you want to sleep extra hours when you're not supposed to be sleeping. And we would surround our beds with curtains so that no one knows there's someone, then tuck it. So when you look at it, it's very neat, but there's someone sleeping there and you don't move around. So when you get caught by maybe a prefect up there, like, Manze, I was like, Maisha London. And then they punish you, now, this is the Maisha London.
Yeah. Well, London is a good place.
Yeah. Is it too expensive to live?
It can be too expensive if you don't have a good job.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, I mean,
I
was okay.
Yeah.
I was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and is it a good place to raise up a family? A young family?
No, it's not.
Yeah. Why? Okay. Please paint the picture for me. I've never been. Okay, I've just passed through Idro. Nothing much.
So, actually, it might be a good place.
Yeah. Depends with the...
Yeah, it depends with the number of things. If you have a family there, it can be easier. But if it's just you, say, and your wife, or you and your husband, it can be difficult. Because childcare is expensive. Even if you're earning a lot of money, childcare is expensive.
Okay.
That can really put a strain
on your
day-to-day life.
Yeah.
And the other obvious thing is, of course, your value system. If you're more conservative, then probably not the best place.
Yeah.
If you're more liberal, it could be okay place. Yeah, I would say.
And there's every man for himself and God for us all.
If you believe in God.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's even more interesting. If you don't believe in God, then
that's why people go to therapy.
Yeah.
You see,
the shrinks are happy.
You know why therapy is not very common in Africa? It's because we go to church. We go there and sing and clap and laugh. When we come back home, we have released all the tension, so there is no build-up. This is my theory. Don't quote me on this.
True.
If you feel stressed, it would be a good idea to see a therapist. But
this is your personal opinion.
It's why I've not gone to therapy. So I go and sing.
Yeah. Okay. I tend to agree with you, but I also have another view about churches nowadays. They look like personal businesses. Most of
I'm Catholics as well.
Also Catholic. Okay, this is a side joke. Looks like a pop's business, but yeah. But spirituality is very important. Let me say that. If you really and I normally define with my guests 3 things that really are important: body, mind, and soul. And soul here can be your spirit. If all those are stable enough, however you keep them stable, it's very, very important because life might push one.
So getting into philosophy actually made me appreciate the soul more than before I got into philosophy. Because I will hear the word soul and it wouldn't mean anything. It would just be a good word.
I can understand you, and what I'm trying to say is that people should do more work in ensuring that they keep those 3 in balance and understand them clearly.
Yeah. I think everyone should at least read Apology by Plato. It's about Socrates defending himself when he was about to get judged for being an artist, essentially. So everyone should read.
The recommendation.
Strongly recommended.
Yeah, and Plato works are quite impressive. And a couple of other. The guy I talked about, Ken, is a fan of some of those philosophers, and it's really good. I even keep tabs on what he's reading and follow through. Yeah. So London doesn't work for you.
Well, London worked out quite well actually. But I decided I didn't like it. So when things aligned, I decided to come back home.
Yeah. And you're back home, man. Welcome back. You're like how many months old? 3, 4, 6 months?
Maybe 6.
Yeah. You're enjoying, the weather is great.
I mean,
yeah.
There isn't a better place to be than Mombasa.
Yeah. You have your family close to you and even friends. Everything is familiar. Yeah. Small. So what next for Japheth?
That's a good question. So right now, I might go back to employment.
Okay.
If things don't work out.
Okay.
But for the foreseeable future, I just see myself with startups, early stage preferably.
Yeah. Well, you're building end to end.
Yes. Currently, so when I was coming back, when I decided to come back, Joshua Moniki, who is the former country director of Andela, calls me and tells me, "Hey, Japheth, I have this startup idea." Well, I have this startup. I was part of the idea initially, but before I went to London.
Yeah.
And then all that relocation made things difficult for me to be able to contribute to the startup.
Yeah.
So when I decided to come back, he calls me and
did he know you were coming back?
No, he didn't know I was coming back.
It was just random.
Random.
Yeah.
He asked me to come and help with the effort. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
And maybe a few other things as well.
Does he still work with Andela or he left?
No, he left Andela.
Okay. Interesting, man. And then you know me from day zero. I'm an avid supporter of entrepreneurship and building new solutions, new opportunities. Yeah. Because if you look at Africa at large, we need those to increase the employment, to increase the opportunities and create wealth. Because right now there's a lot of scarcity, whereby if someone offers you maybe just an otherwise deal, you just take it. But otherwise, if there were more deals, there could be more negotiation and you could make it. And then more people could have more resources to build, more solutions. So please follow through. But of course, I understand when you have a family, things can get a bit difficult and you really need to get something. Don't feel like, it's up to you, man. At the end of the day, it's what you make with what you have. So, Japheth.
Yep.
When we started this off the mic, we give us some interesting proverbs. Swahili proverbs. I love them. We have made it a habit to always conclude using, African proverbs. And since it sounded like you're familiar with the Swahili one, anyone that comes off?
Okay.
But after that, you can encourage guys to subscribe. You know how guys
subscribe and share.
This is a YouTube channel.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. So, well, the one we talked about when we started this podcast was kufa kwa kiu baharini ni uvivu. Yeah. So it translates to dying of thirst in the ocean is laziness. Which is sort of like an ironical, so it's sort of like a adage more than advice, really. Yeah. So but essentially it means that when you're in a place where there is a lot of resources, and then you fail to do well, then it is out of laziness.
Okay. Yeah. You have another one off the charts?
Not a proverb, but I would say a philosophy one will be Socrates, know thyself. It's very useful to know who you are.
Because that what matters after all is said and done.
Because not only does it matter, it helps you decide what is good for you. Because if you don't know yourself, you don't know what is good for you. Yes, you don't have enough information to decide what's good for you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Japheth.